right, let me record this short discussion of the swing project that we're going to do as part of the Kansas City Research Weekend, and how it connects to an annual program of coaching that I've decided to give a try. Had enough good response from Kieran and Catherine about the usefulness of the coaching strategy that we put together for those two. They convinced me that it's something I ought to do more of, and so I want to try to combine that with improving our trading practice in the chat room and individually, and then also connect it while we have a chance here to the annual research weekend. And so this is what I think I want to do. I want to say thanks to Lisa for working hard on her swing trades for the channeling and overreaction, because you also inspired me to do this based on the hard work you've been putting in, and I think that's something that we ought to share. And also Kieran and Catherine, who have been doing great work on their own internal trading process and being willing to share that with others. So I'm getting the inspiration to do this. So here's the scheme. The goal of this project between now, April 20th, 2015, and May 20th, 2015, is you, an accountability partner, using the daily reports to generate swing targets, and using the chat room for accountability partner if we don't have an even number of partners. That we track systematically the first month of performance using the swing trades, and then we make that part of the workbook bundle that is going to accompany the workbook and DVDs that we put together for the Kansas City weekend. And normally the distance learning bundle, if you want to get that without doing any work, but you just want to get the DVD plus a workbook with all the briefings and the DVD of the recorded discussions, is going to be $1,000, and so I'm willing to knock $500 off that if you're willing to do a month's worth of work. And so essentially what you're going to do is look to complete 30 swing trades in 30 days from April 20th to May 20th, and what you'll document for each trade excuse me, what you'll document for each trade on a chart is the setup, the entry, any management you take to adjust to stop or to take partials, or whatever decisions that you make along the way between the entry and the exit, and then documenting the exit, and then that chart becomes the swing trade case study chart. You'll number that chart 1 through 30, or that trade, excuse me, 1 through 30, and then in your trading journal you will have some running commentary for trade number 1 or case study number 1, which would be, why you selected it, why you set it up, how you entered, how you managed, basically the text that describes the management you took all the way through it. And then the results will go into our standard trading log, so that we can then apply some stats to it. And then for each set of 5, so trades 1 through 5, you're going to conduct a debrief in the journal, and that's where we take our standard form, where we look at planning, preparation, and execution, the 3 phases of trading, and well, 3 of the 4 phases, the 4th one being assessment. So you're going to assess the first 3 phases, planning, preparing, and executing, with the idea of identifying things that you want to sustain, things that you want to improve, and then your specific action plan for how you're going to do that. That's part of our learning journal, or our debriefing. So every set of 5 trades, you go through a structured debrief of that set of 5. So then by the end of 30 trades, what you have are 6 sets of 5, and what we will then do is conduct some statistics and analysis on the trade log, where we can find the average, the standard deviation, and such. We'll do some journal analysis where we look at the themes that are contained in your the debriefings in your journal and then in the commentary that you make along the way. So we'll look through the text to see what kind of thematic assessment we can find. And we'll put that into the framework of what we do for a typical monthly review. And that's really the the examples of that are those VTC sessions, video teleconference sessions we've had with Kieran and Catherine that shows, basically their month in the review and it updates their monthly plans. And so the swing trades for you to work on would be, you could choose to do some or all of the mechanical systems, the 6 patterns that we teach. You could also elect to put in some discretionary strategies like doing the max pain range compression or an RLCO framework or the regression line fractal framework, and these are strategies rather than systems, and it puts a little more work on you to define your particular implementation. Or you could do a combination of those, but the idea being that you should have a plan that you want to work on. And I would recommend generally starting off with the mechanical systems and use this as a chance to get it right. So after you do that set of 30, and oh, by the way, if all you want to do is go through that structure and have an accountability partner and use the chat room and produce this work, I'll review that for you and make comments on it for free, just as a result of you doing the work to put in that bundle of effort, and I will respect that by providing some analysis and including that in the commentary on the DVD. MR asked, is that just stock trading or options trading? What I would prefer is just the stocks, because I'm not really competent in assessing or evaluating options trading. But if you wanted to try it, I think you could. There's enough folks who will be able to review those results and I think work with you directly because they'll be interested in how you do it. But if they are applying options to the swing strategies, I would say, yeah, you can, but I'm going to have to offload the analysis of it to others who will be interested. But I'm just not competent enough to really give you technical insights about options. So let me say yes on that with that provision. Okay. So I there's actually enough guys that that are doing options. I'm thinking of Tim and Ali, who both use them extensively, and so I may be able to enlist them into doing that. So let me say, yeah, you can do options on this one as long as you understand that it's. I may make comments on the process, but I'm not really going to be able to give you a lot of technical improvements or suggestions. So at sort of the base level of this thing, if you just want to do the 30 and work on it and just get the benefit of the analysis, we can do that. That'll be my gift to you for putting in the work. If you want to do that as part of the distance learning to get the DVD and workbooks from our Kansas City workshop, there's going to be about 15 people so far showing up, so there's going to be 15 presentations plus commentary, and then the mini lessons that we squeeze in there in between briefings. You'll get the slides and the discussions and the in-between sessions, the spontaneous discussions as part of that distance learning, and you can take $500 off that. If you want that, you can get it for $500 instead of $1,000. The offer I was going to extend to the people who attend is the ability to knock $500 off the annual coaching program, and that is normally $1,500, and I'll do that for $1,000. I'll give you a $500 discount, and essentially what that would look like is that if you want to go all the way through that program, that first set of 30 turns out to be a really good way to conduct the first month of that annual. So if you think about this whole effort on the left side of the chart that produces 30 with sets of analysis along the way, and then self-review of the monthly tasks, and then a goal-setting program that goes forward, that essentially is is 1 month's worth of work. So we'll give you a dry run on that. In fact, we will call that the 0 month, and then you'll get 12 monthly sessions after that. And what we've been doing is conducting the monthly sessions, and then every quarter doing an update of the quarterly goals as well. Catherine has a really nice worksheet that shows how to do that. And we would do this in a structured monthly video teleconference at a time that works for you and your accountability partner. And my sense is, depending on how many folks want to do this, that I would keep you in small groups so that you can work together, probably not more than a set of 5, so that you have some continuity going through the year with your trusted partners. And that's sort of that plan. So number one, you could do that. You could do the work and provide the results, and I'll do the analysis for free, and we will share that into the workbook and DVDs. If you then want to add the DVD and workbooks from the Kansas City workshop, that'll be $500 instead of $1,000. And then if you want to do the annual monthly coaching sessions, then that'll be $1,000 instead of $1,500. So that's the general plan. If you're interested, I've got just send me an email to longke@yahoo.com, and then we'll get you started on this. I'd like to get started this very week. And what I'm going to do tonight is start my own session of 30 as a way to eat my own cooking. And that will be, my 30 swing trades will be part of that workbook as well, and my trading journal. So we'll do this as a live project for the whole trading room. So that's the scheme there. There's, like I said, 4 people plus myself already interested, and we'll see how that goes. So any questions on that before I get into the reading of the report? Okay, if not, let's see, that was about 12 minutes. I'm going to make that a separate video from this one. So let me go ahead and get on into the regular presentation then.